Hello and welcome to the final week of our course. So you have made it to the end and there's only one assignment you have left to complete, which is your final exam. And so I'll talk a little bit about that in just a minute. But this week you are going to be looking at the final chapter of the book, chapter 16, which is actually dealing with stress and resilience in children. So it's kind of meant to be a hopeful end to this course as we're looking at how children are stressed, why they are stressed, which obviously is not a great topic. However, what is great is the fact that children are so resilient. So the chapter really is going to talk about some of the things that are stressing children, some techniques to be able to help them. But the hopeful part of it is that even if children are experiencing stress or trauma, that they have a really high likelihood of being able to be resilient, to rebound from it. And that's really what we want to focus on, is that even when children are having some kind of difficulties, that we really want to help them see their potential and help them kind of rise above whatever it is that they are going through. So as we are looking at the final week of the course, there's two things that you need to do for this week. So when we look in the course content for this week, you're going to find here's the PowerPoint for chapter 16, so make sure that you read the chapter and review the PowerPoint. And this is actually a hard copy of the final exam. So obviously you're going to be completing the final exam through Blackboard, but my suggestion to you is to either print this out or at least have it open on your computer and go ahead and find the answers to all of the questions before you actually start completing the final exam. And the reason I say that is because the questions from the final exam are going to be randomized when you take the test. So they're going to be in a different order. So if you go ahead and have all of the answers ahead of time, then it's going to be so much easier for you just to find the answer and put it in. Now, the final exam is untimed, so you can start it and stop it and come back to it. And as long as it's in by Sunday at midnight, then you're fine. But I do think that sometimes it's easier working from a hard copy, so that you're not looking at a question and then going to your textbook or looking up the answer. So with the final exam, it is cumulative. It does cover all 16 chapters, but because there's so much information in this course, I really wanted to make sure that there were some really important items that I wanted you to remember as you leave this course. So everything is from the textbooks, it's from discussion boards, anything that we've done in this class. I'm not asking you to go look up any other resources. So it is open everything, except obviously you can't work with a friend. So just make sure that this is something that you are completing independently. But this should be something that by the time you get to the end of this course, at least the questions are going to be familiar and you know where to find the answers. The other thing that I want you to do is to do your final discussion board, which is just going to be a reflection discussion board. You only have to post, you do not have to respond to any of your classmates. But really I want you to think about, after 16 weeks in this course, what have been some of the aha moments for you? What have been some light bulb moments? What have been some things that you really are going to take with you that you're going to be able to use either now or in the future, and either personally or professionally? This really is a chance for me to see really what has made the biggest impact on you. So spend just a little bit of time thinking about that and putting that into the discussion board. But as I said, you do not have to respond to any of your classmates. This is just your final chance to let me know what stood out for you from the course. So that is truly the end of this course. I have thoroughly enjoyed working with each one of you. I hope that you are continuing with the program. whether in the summer or in the fall or both. I hope that I will get to see you again. I do try and teach courses kind of at the beginning of the program, in the middle, and at the end, because I like to see you progress all the way through the program. So even if I do not have you in any other classes, please make sure that you keep in contact if you have questions, if there's anything that I can do to help. If there's any way that I can guide you as you are looking at your future aspirations, whether it's in the field or if you're looking at going to a 4-year university to complete your bachelor's degree, I really too want to be a mentor. And I want to continue working with you even after you complete this course. So I will be working to get your thematic units graded this week as you are completing your final exam. And one last piece of information that only people who watch this video all the way to the end will get is if you turn in your final exam anytime before the deadline, then you will receive 5 extra credit points. So that hopefully is a little bit of motivation for you to get it done sooner rather than later. There will be no grace day for the final exam because my grades are due 24 hours after the course ends. So I don't have the time to be able to give the grace day this time. But hopefully having a week to work on it, again, it's untimed. So you don't have to worry that you have to get it done in a certain amount of time. But if you can get it in before the deadline, then it will be worth 5 extra credit points. So again, I thoroughly enjoyed working with each of you. I hope to see you again. If you have not registered for your courses, please do that sooner rather than later so that we can make sure that the courses that you want are going to run. So have a fantastic summer, and hopefully I will see many of you soon.